Yeah, folks, is that right? Is Hulk in the #1 deck in all of Marvel Snap? Well, sort of. Almost. You see, I like to do these #1 deck videos from time to time where I go on Untapped and I just find the best deck in the game post infinite according to the data. I went to go do that today and it's Shou-Lao. Okay, Shou-Lao is the #1 deck. Shou-Lao is the #2 deck, the #4 deck, the #5 deck, the #6 deck. Basically all these little variations of Shou-Lao decks, some more significant than others, you know, like some just tweaks on the Scarlet Spider formula. Some are move stuff, some are Annihilus stuff, but they're all just taking up the top spots. The only other deck that's even close to those Shou-Lao decks at the very top of the rankings for individual lists is High Evo. Believe it or not, Hulk and High Evo, this is actually the #3 deck technically, but the best non-Shou-Lao deck, which means if Shou-Lao does eventually get nerfed, which I think it just kind of has to when it's taking up all of the top spots and it's in like every other game you play, it feels like. I suspect it's going to get changed. This might actually be the best thing left over, which is always really cool to see because this certainly feels like an old school deck these days and really only has one expensive card with High Evo. Everything else here is really, really achievable. So if you have High Evo, this is a crazy competitive deck. And I almost like didn't really believe that it was that strong. I was like, how can this actually compete right now? This just feels too honest and old school despite some of the recent buffs, you know, with Hulk and Misty Knight, Cyclops getting some boosts not too long ago. But after playing 10 games, which you're going to see again, a full 10 game run in this video, I came away pleasantly surprised. I think you're actually going to be surprised too, just how well this deck can actually compete. So sort of the #1 deck. It's like the #1 a parentheses non-Shou-Lao deck. But pretty sick that this actually gets there a lot of the time, has a really good win rate and a really strong cube rate as well, making it shockingly viable climbing option that's, I think, super fun too. It's just really cool and satisfying to play gigantic, like 24, 26 power Hulks or whatever, as this deck does from time to time. So hopefully you'll enjoy this look at the not really #1 deck, but the #1 deck in all our hearts and minds, because we respect it so much more than Shou-Lao. No, I don't care if you like Shou-Lao, but it probably is going to get nerfed. So hopefully this can be there in its place, and hopefully you'll enjoy this video. Heyo, Nebula, it is. I love when Hulk is in hand early. Like, honestly, one of the most satisfying things right now in Marvel Snap is Hulk getting to like 25 or what is it, 24, 26 power, basically. It just feels so right to have such an iconic character being that insanely big, iconically strong character, of course. I do kind of wish it was like Hulk's base effect too, though, to be honest. Something about that would probably feel even more satisfying. So Nico add to hand. We have seen some Victoria hand stuff. Cable could still indeed point that direction. What do we lose there? Too bad. Misty Knight's kicking in. Armor here is probably not going to be super useful, but all right. Oh, I think we go Sunspot instead, right? Catching a Sunspot could be pretty cool. I don't really actually probably want to be winning there. I don't know if I need to draw a card. I probably just prefer the Horde just for the extra stats, but I want to put the body here because I think Hulk can hold down Metropolis free. I don't want to go left because then the Horde might lock you out left and you don't know if you can trust Sunspot. So in a weird way, even though I don't really want the Sunspot there, I think it's fine. Cosmo, same story. Horde is always going to go to a different spot, so maybe Cosmo goes right. It's probably not going to catch the opponent because they already have priority, and then they're not going to play there in the future, of course. So they do want to draw a card. Armor's a great hit for us. All right, nice. We didn't hit magic yet, so we don't have a Hulk plus She-Hulk turn incoming. It would be pretty sweet to hit it right now, though, to be honest. If not, we either have Cyclops or She-Hulk. Our Horde went mid, so I think this is still Cyclops left. You could just play She-Hulk into Hulk, but Cyclops here is already worth 8 power, right? And that's worth another 2 is 10, so it kind of already matches. The question is, are you going to be in a position to win both right? You mid, you feel good about. Like, you're pretty sure you're going to win mid, because 22 2 or whatever is going to be fine. But do you win right? You know, you got Sunspot scaling, Nebula scaling, and then left you feel. I mean, the opponent has more flexibility than we do is the problem, right? So it's a little shaky. Can they flip like 6 and 3 and ooh, magic here a turn late? One could argue like maybe this is just better. Because, you know, you get 2 on Sunspot to help flip right. You go 16, 11. That's really not that good anyway, though. You get 2 more on left. It's debatable, but I'm just going to play the Hulk here. It's more fun. I think it is debatable to spread a little wider. I'm kind of hopeful. I don't know, man. Like, Cyclops doesn't really hold. They don't have to hold mid. I actually think this is more right. Oh, dang, dude. It's weird, but I think it's more right. Oh, I hate it, but I think it's more right. Because, like, little breakpoints here actually matter a lot. I hate it, dude. I want to play my big Hulk. He's just sitting there so big and strong. I love my big, strong dudes. They may feel like right is exposed to that Cosmo, like whatever they want to do right, they can't really do because of the Cosmo or something, right? I don't know. What cards they got from us, by the way, I mean, I guess it's... Oh, Absorbman was Cable too, yeah. So, you know, they have like High Evo plus Scorpion, but like, you know, High Evo flips here, Scorpion doesn't flip here, or vice versa, right? Like High Evo flips here, Scorpion doesn't flip here, it ties. And then, you know, they might assume maybe Sunspot beats them or they lose Tiebreaker, which they certainly would have to a Hulk mid. But also if I go just a little bigger, we'd be fine in either spot. So, you know, outside of my cards, they have some other combination that's better. So like 2-3 drops or something that's better math, but I doubt it. All right, Magic. Show me what you got. No early Hulk. No 1s or 2s yet, which is wild. There's a 1. Okay, we'll take it. At least loading her up. Missy is a 1-3, by the way, in this deck's really good. I'm gonna say, like, it's really legit good. We're not a white hot room kind of deck, so we could arguably turn it off to deny the opponent, but at the same time, most decks really aren't very good at white hot room either. So, I don't know. Yeah, chamber deck, definitely not a great white hot room deck for sure. We're gonna put Cyclops here, though, because we don't have any other guaranteed bodies on board. Hey, nice, they went 2 for here. We might actually, if they're gonna really go for white hot room, we could also go for it. You know, it's not crazy. Abomination's cheap now. We already have magic. Oh my god, dude, it's perfect. Let's go. Make Sunspot crazy big in the future. Well, this is enough power because Sunspot has inherent scaling, right? Not to mention, you know, we can still just win other spots effectively as well. But cheap A-Bomb here is amazing. Let's go, dude. This is really strong. Oh, we do lose out on the Luna Snow, but they lose out on White Hot Room. They thought they were going to complete it this turn. Ah, nice. They're just done. They're like, giving a High Evo deck 3 extra energy with 2 turns remaining is not my jam. It would make She-Hulk quite trivial, Hulk quite big, so. And they basically have a really hard time winning here anyway, because like I said, this is just Sunspot's going to get so strong. Because I'll skip an entire turn, right? He's going to gain like 9 or something, you know, we would be at 27, not to mention Misty Knight probably hits again. Cyclops pushes them even further down multiple times probably, so they were in a really tight spot there. All right, Misty Knight, sure, let's get some priority for Cosmo's sake, right? Actually building a decent hit here for that reason. Survivor's Camp, I don't actually really probably want to win all that much. Nebula generally way better, but because she needs time. Like, I am losing 1 power here on Sunspot though, for the record, so it needs to kind of be worth it to be worth it, right? She-Hulk debuffed. Cosmo's here, but is he actually good? This is a crazy, it's a mirror match right now. We just go Sunspot for now. We're gonna win Survivor's Camp pretty hard, I bet. Yeah, Spot for now is fine. Catch up Cyclops next turn. He's really kind of a turn 4 play. I still can't believe how crazy strong Cyclops is, for the record. Hey, nice. We might lose Survivor's Camp now. I certainly don't mind magic for the mirror match here. If the opponent has a Hulk in hand, though, we might be in a little bit of a spot. You know, might be in a bit of a spot here because we don't have the big scaling right now. We only have She-Hulk. And our Hulk hasn't like been getting points the whole time, right? So if their Hulk has been getting points, so they're going for the card here, interestingly. I'm a little sad to see the Horde go there. That's crazy unlucky, man. We locked out. That is exactly the sort of thing that exposes us a little bit to like you know, a big Hulk flip later, basically. We're just gonna keep floating one per turn here, though. We're gonna skip 5 or 6, of course, for She-Hulk, and I don't know. Hope that if we pressure them enough left, that oh, they don't go for the Nebulous. They are getting more and more pressured here. This is good for like kind of a match mid where we can still flip it with something medium sized, or just like Sunspot stats maybe, and like a small flip right. Yeah, we're just straight up skipping this turn 100%, right? So a 19-point lead left. Like we said, it just sort of depends on the Hulk a little bit here, how big it is, how easy that is to flip. They also skip, so that sort of implies they also have a giant She-Hulk. 10-point lead mid for them, despite my Sunspot scaling. Sucks. I need to play a big guy over here to beat the Scorpion. I guess I could also pass and do the same thing, but what's the difference, right? I'm floating 1 anyway, so that's the important thing. I'm adding 12 here, but you know, we don't know how big their Sunspot's gonna get, and we don't know how big their Cyclops is gonna get, right? Do you just take the tie maybe, just in case, or do you? Oh, opponent retreated. Dang, dude, I did not feel like. I mean, they're ahead by. I mean, I guess like in total points, they're kind of behind. Maybe their Hulk just wasn't big enough here, and then if they didn't have a She-Hulk flexibility or something, because if you had to commit like Hulk, like let's say Hulk was like 16, right? You know, I'm going, you know, basically to effectively 23 or they're -3, right? Like it just wouldn't be enough. You'd have to play Hulk and She-Hulk, and then maybe they figure they can't match anywhere else, which gives me more flexibility. But they also have some A-bomb theoretically for 3. I don't know. I didn't really play too hard into the Scorpion is one good thing, right? Like all my Scorpion cards, I didn't really enable an A-bomb. I'm not pretending that was intentional, but I mean, we definitely had a path to flipping here and maybe holding, but it was not trivial, honestly. It was not trivial. They must have just not had the hand. That no big Hulk or anything for them either. They might have been worried about my Hulk. All right, Sunspot, sure, go left, buddy. I don't know. We might not support you that much, then you at least get some points in there. Just bodies matter in Nidavellir. Oh, okay, I get it. Dark Dimension. Whoa! I didn't know it could do that. It doesn't really matter to us, I guess. Oh, that's gonna be the Cosmo spot. Okay. Like, I already want to destroy cards. I mean, Killmonger obviously can get around that, but that's fine for now. We're just gonna try to lock it up. Death block. Okay, so we didn't change much because now they probably just pivot away from there without too much fear. I mean, these need to go here so that Dark Dimension doesn't hit, although Dark Dimensions are going to be swapping, but once they're revealed, it doesn't really matter. That's fine. That actually makes Nebula better because the Dark Dimension's guaranteed to hit mid, so Nebula becomes really cool, actually. Wait, why didn't this reveal? Oh, that was already a Dark Dimension. Oh, I'm dumb. That was already a Dark Dimension. Nothing changed between the swap, right? It didn't have a moment. There's no window in between. So if we skip turn 5 here, we can go A-bomb Hulk next turn. So even without magic, it's pretty good, I guess. Since Sunspot's down, that makes it feel a little more worth it. Hulk costs 1, A-bomb costs 5. You dump 19 power on the final turn. I don't hate that in theory. An armor left would also be sweet if I hold priority, which I should, right? Because it's Sunspot. Because I'm worried about Killmonger deleting my big Sunspot, so maybe I have to armor She-Hulk. Like that's also a threat to Nebula and Misty Knight's the problem, but maybe She-Hulk just holds here then, right? So 12, like maybe they trust Killmonger here. Maybe I trust She-Hulk Cosmo here. And I just throw Cyclops for a flyer right just in case it contests this thing, right? So just shutting down, shutting down Killmonger basically. Hey! 3. Let's go. Do we hold mid with She-Hulk like we wanted? That's probably fine there. Cyclops not actually going off, of course, for 2 reasons. No mana, or no energy, no dark dimension. Hey, Shang-Chi doesn't matter. Deathlok doesn't matter. Let's go. We win all 3. Let's go. Clean. Clean. Yeah, thankfully the armor really made life a lot better. Did I decide to do that sunspot stuff before I drew the armor or not? I don't know. Either way, it kind of made sense, you know, even if you weren't investing in the sunspot, like you had that, you know, A-bomb She-Hulk pivot. Like even in that game, if we'd played A-bomb right and She-Hulk mid, it would have been the same difference, right? But the armor just gave us a little bit more spice. All right, yeah, Vibranium first, sure. Let's not give the opponent any data before we have to. I think Misty Knight on 2, Scorpion on 3. Do we go Misty Knight mid? I mean, we can definitely spike a lot of power there later all at once with like a Hulk. So maybe we move away for now. Chamber for the opponent. Okay, so left is a pretty good spot for Cyclops already. So maybe Scorpion right here. Oh, dang. Okay. This changes a lot because now you can get Shuri's lab value early, which is cool. So probably still Scorpion here, right? Just to get one more Misty Knight buff. A little better than Sunspot or Cosmo, maybe. Arguably Cosmo, you know, could stop a, you know, Luna Snow, Blink, whatever style card, right? They get a nice double there on the Luna for free. Chamber already goes off for only 6 points. It's really not too bad. Oh, there's the big Hulk we're looking for. Okay, that's sweet. So if we do this, Cyclops doesn't move. We do this, we kind of clog out Shuri's lab, but maybe that's okay because you just kind of think a Hulk's gonna hold it anyway, and then you're just maybe trying to win right and somewhere else. I don't know. Magic would actually still be really welcome sight here. The Sunspot's kind of weird just from a clogging standpoint. I mean, Cube's gonna clear out right as well, so I guess you could still put a card over there later too. Cyclops debuffing mid. They're probably gonna go Shuri's lab again. It's smart. And if it's a really big guy, it might make right kind of hard for us to contest. Because Cyclops, you know, only nets 5. If they play a big 5-drop or something. Hey, Dragonlord really wasn't very good there. Okay, so they miss out. Oh, the Enchantress technically connects. Now my Vibranium could be destroyed. Good news is they didn't get an extra hit out of Shuri's lab, though. So now we're kind of ahead there and with the potential Hulk upside, right? Now I lose the cube. Oh, but this is going to put me on 6 this turn, so I can actually float into Hulk She-Hulk. That's perfect. I didn't even think about that. Yes, the cube here is great news. Sometimes that's why we see stuff like Superior Spider-Man in these lists, right? To give you, you know, a non-magic Hulk and She-Hulk line. Blink on the Dragonlord's nuts. Giganto there. Okay, so we do have to play a Hulk there if we want to win that. We're down by 14. It is kind of a guarantee though. So then the question is, do you flip mid or do you flip left? I think left is slightly safer because you're already ahead mid. So if they play a big guy here, you flip here and you flip here. Cyclops isn't going off, so it has to be a big Hulk. Yeah, I mean, I think this is fine, right? It's just gonna be big guy mid usually. Yeah, that is indeed a very big guy. But you know, just positionally here, we get around this. Nice. Hulk being bigger than stuff like Giganto is awesome. I think I'm okay with him not being bigger than a doubled Fin Fang Foom. He was actually bigger than the base Foom though, right? Base Foom wasn't that big. Well, with Scorp, it was 18 actually, same size. Yeah, that's funny. Wasn't even a max Hulk either or anything, but yeah, just a little bit more flexible thanks to She-Hulk Hulk, right? That's cool. Beating a deck that's actually all in on big stuff, by the way, feels cool with our deck that's like, you know, kind of halfway big stuff. All right, Nebula is fantastic left, as is Sunspot. Opponent may not want to play much here, so, you know, Nebula naturally farming up some points. Pretty sweet to see Nebula getting played still. This card was everywhere for so long. You guys remember that? Just everywhere. Then it felt like it was nowhere for a while. Shuri's lab we're generally great at. Hulk, we can start farming up already. He'll be a total monster to solo that. Probably want to find like a magic now. Nebula already getting there. It's beautiful. Rocket, no good. Demon. So definitely some kind of bouncy stuff happening here. If they get to bounce and replay to Shuri's lab and like farm that demon up to 24 or more, That is definitely going to be crazy. Armor here seems totally fine. Yeah. I mean, there's not a great hit necessarily, but Magic's decent. Some of the bigger guys, maybe. Cyclops, probably not too relevant. This might make actually Shuri's Lab really hard to win. Because I'm expecting like a beast or something. Yeah, beast. That's a crazy venomized beast. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's cool, dude. Looks like one of my thumbnails, dude. It's cool. Way cooler, but you know, sick. High Evo's totally chill. That's fine. Big guy here. Quantum Tunnel's gonna be hard for us to win though. It's the problem. Like I need a magic over there now. Hey, let's go. Okay, so now we're gonna try to win left and right. I think Shuri's Lab's gonna be too hard against that demon. I'm assuming multiple bounces, etc. I mean, maybe if you dumped Hulk and She-Hulk, because this will be like 50 and this will be like 20, you know, you got like 70 points or something, 72 points maybe. I'm not doing the math, I'm lazy, but hey, I hope they weren't relying on this Quantum Tunnel here to bounce stuff or, you know, to cycle stuff somehow. Hopefully this is a big denial here. So that's add to hand. Another 12 power demon added to hand. That's crazy. Wasp, Silver Sable, and Chavez. I do have priority this turn, so if they're going for a bounce of any kind right, Cosmo could maybe lock them up. Then it's just about winning left. Left is like really hard for us to win though, is the problem. Like I guess actually Hulk's not terrible left if you think about it, because he has a lot of natural buffs. So maybe they're locked in right. That may make right free. Mid is it was a Falcon. They were about to drop the Falcon. They were going to be clogged out mid and right, which was going to make it free because 58's definitely going to be in range, right? We already have 60 points here, and we know this is going to get bigger twice, basically. Well, I guess it'll only go to 20. Was this turn 5? So it was going to go to 22, 24. So we'd have 48, and 20 is 68. Yeah, that would already be enough. And then it would gain 2 at the end to go to 70. Yeah. Cosmo clutching it here to deny the Falcon and lock them in, dude. They were locked everywhere except left, and you know, left is actually kind of one of our safe spots thanks to Sunspot. That's a great little win there. Cool to see a bounce deck. We don't see that too much these days. Left is definitely weird. We have some cards we can kind of throw in for free, or maybe do like a surprise armor play or something. Not crazy. Hey, does this make Nebula go off, or does she care about staging more than revealing? I don't know. Either way, we could also just, oh dang, okay, we're turning that off. Garbage, get out of here. I can work around this a lot better with armor, or just tiebreakers too are really good, right? Like if we have a lot of points, tiebreakers can be pretty sick. So opponent snapped on the Murder World. I mean, I guess good news that we're denying the reason they snapped. Maybe they might have snapped for a card draw or something too, though. It's Mr. Negative or who knows what. Goose makes me think maybe a Goose deck. That'd be tough for us. Cyclops would be pretty good, but otherwise hard. Oh, Kid Omega Rickety Bridge is sick. Can I make a good armor play here, though, and deny a line? Hey, so normally when you do this, you Kid Omega like a Nimrod left or whatever. But what if I just like, you know, and then send the Nimrod here for the Symbiote Spider-Man, and then your big one's right. So what if I just put the big one here? Right, like put the armor here so that the big one can't get destroyed easily. And then maybe that breaks their chains a little bit. So there'll be a Nimrod here. Well, no, they may put the Nimrod here around Cyclops so that one is left over here. And then one goes here. So Cyclops probably still only hits one target here. On that note, do you maybe just play the A-bomb here because you know Cyclops isn't going to go off this turn anyway? I think that's fine, yeah. So try to shut down the big one here. I don't think we worry about Galactus or anything, right? It's definitely Nimrod. Oh, the Nimrod went right. Oh, whoa, they're gonna do that first and not do the Kid Omega pass? Oh god, don't be actually Galactus, bro. Oh, it's Black Panther. Oh, but they can't Arnim Zola it or Kid Omega it, so does that mean we're fine? Are we chilling? So maybe you just throw Misty Knight here. You gotta do a Hulk right? And just do like high evo here. Do you need another card next turn? I guess maybe you just do this and you go Misty Knight Hulk next turn. I'm a little worried about enabling their Nimrod for free, but maybe it doesn't matter because you're ahead by like so many points here already. If they don't play here this turn, the Misty Knight doesn't deny them, you know? Or if they do play here this turn, like I need another card next turn is what I'm getting at. I don't know, dude. Does armor win us this game or not? I guess that's the question now. They're still going for big points here, yeah, for sure. But I can still flip this is the thing, right? This might be 2 bodies here for Cyclops at least. Oh, Phoenix Force, Kid Omega, interesting. I mean, that can move. I don't know how good that is. Like, maybe that enables the Misty Knight. If they go like Nimrod, you know, that's what I'm worried about now is maybe like if they go for a Nimrod, we would probably lose right. Like Nimrod left. But would they have a way to win left, you know? Because the Nimrods do move out. Would it be tiebreaker scenario then? Hulk's going to 20. So we're going to 33. If they don't play right, actually, we go to 35. So we'd actually beat a natural Nimrod there, I guess. There's the Nimrod and the fastball special. That sends the Nimrod left, which does bring it back mid. And like we said, right. That is 2 Nimrods right. But I think we just win a tiebreaker here, right? Yeah, we're up by 8 and they're only up by 5. Wow. Interesting game. They had some tools at their disposal with Rickety Bridge. That was a Black Panther instead of a Nimrod early. That really threw me off from expectations there for Nimrod Kid Omega stuff. But yeah, what a really interesting game. Still not sure if it was right or not to play the Misty Knight early. I don't know. It was like it worked out. It was worth 2 extra points, I guess, technically, right? Or did maybe not that last turn. I didn't notice. Did Rickety Bridge or Misty Knight, who went off first? Probably Rickety Bridge since it was revealed before she was, right? Close, crazy game, yeah. Man, I, by the way, am 8-0 with this deck right now. I am just murdering. I am absolutely flying with this deck, dude. Sometimes I'm like, is this data real? Is this actually legit good? It feels too old school. How can this be so good? I'm 8-0 right now. Up 20 cubes. Yeah, 8-0 up 20 cubes, dude. I guess I'm just gonna make this video another 10 game run video because all of the games are insane, and even if I lose the next 2 games, like this is a crazy run. So, all right, let's do that. Haven't really been planning those lately, but I've just had like good, satisfying 10 game runs. So, you know, sometimes decks aren't good for that. This might be a bot game. I guess did I maybe have 1 bot game in the mix? I think I didn't actually talk through that one, so maybe I'll have to edit that one out. I think if it's a bot, sometimes I just ignore it. So maybe we'll do almost a 10 game run, but because this kind of looks like a bot too. Maybe not actually. Hydra Bob, I don't think it's common in bot decks. Johnny though as a name has me suspicious. Great Web is that's fine. It would be kind of cool if our Nebula didn't go there though, actually, because they kind of want to just play mid now. Most people just play into the Great Web to solve that problem. I guess actually with Nebula, it's like it's kind of free to just play on top of the Nebula too. It's maybe not too different. Bruce Banner's a little wacky. We have priority here, so we can actually maybe shut something down with a Cosmo. Probably not in this kind of end of turn deck. They don't usually run actually a lot of these, so you could maybe go armor just to keep your Misty Knight going. Yeah, I don't know. End of turn decks usually have activate. End of turn, not on reveal, right? So I think that's fine. Run a card is good when it's Cyclops. I love Cyclops. Jocasta mid. I mean, Great Web could screw with the Jocasta a little bit technically, but now they'll probably want to start playing cards there. I guess we go here now. They're going to just keep playing the Nebula for sure, but they might, you know, start splitting like this exactly. So armor for me goes here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Jocasta Invisible and always crazy terrifying. I don't really have a great way to answer this stuff right now. A-bomb crazy cheap. You just put this here to lock yourself in so you don't like accidentally get a tiny Nebula and cause yourself problems, right? I think so. I mean, this looks like it's gonna be hard to win, man. They can get some crazy points off this. I think it's a good snap. They're set up really well. I don't have any disruption here. Hulk's awfully big, and I'm pretty solidly big mid. I think that's gonna be safe because usually they're not the strongest in the spot with Jocasta, Invisible Woman. Oh yeah, basically now. Oh, they got Athena mid though, so they are kind of strong there. I wonder if that's split a little too much though, almost, where like, can Athena outpace all of that mid now? It's probably can. Yes, it definitely can. There's no question it can. It 100% can. Sunspot and Bruce, I think you just try to win with Hulk left, but I don't think you ever win mid. They're only down by 14 points. Athena's gonna blow that out of the water. I actually should just 100% retreat here. I think, I mean, I know I don't win right because of Bruce. I know I don't win mid because of Athena. I think we just retreat. Yeah, it's kind of boring to retreat, I know, on a video, but the Prodigy trio setup mid is just way too much. We're just not even remotely close. I jinxed it, by the way. We had a perfect 8-0 and I started talking trash. Well, I didn't talk trash, but bragging, you know. And we don't throw. We lose the next game. Immediate loss. Immediately brought back to reality here. Fiery Ghost. Shou-Lao portrait even, man. They are in on the Shou-Lao plan. Yeah, Misty Knight right. It's a nice little rhyme, so you gotta do it. Sunspot's hot. We're gonna rhyme every character. Dark Dimension, huh? Well, we're definitely not going there for now. Anything spicy we can do there? Maybe like a Cosmo, catch them off guard late or something. I mean, a Shou-Lao deck in particular, Cosmo's pretty sweet if we could time it well. Lockheed has a body right. Let's just go armor for now. Keep the Misty and the Sunspot rolling. Threat of a Hulk rolling, although we don't have the Hulk currently. Deafening Chord Misty Knight. That gets buffed by DC now. That's cool. I was gonna, oh, this might not actually be a Shou-Lao deck. I was gonna magic right, but now I get some free points. Does that mean I just magic left? Yeah, maybe. Probably go Nebula now too, right? I mean, you know, I lose 1 energy on Sunspot, but I get, or 1 power, but I get 1 back, so. And if, well, there's no more deafening. Hulk and everybody obviously, have abilities now, unfortunately. Did they play a 1 here? They did, so Lockheed's off again. I feel like Lockheed's animation looks incomplete in some way. I don't know exactly what it is. Let's return the favor here with Cyclops. That way we have kind of a big card left with Sunspot, big card right with Cyclops. And then, I don't know, we figure something else out. A-Bomb maybe just goes mid as a sleeper. You could also float 6 to try to do some She-Hulk top deck stuff, but that seems pretty shaky. Worried about acid arrows always with Hawkeye, but thankfully, like with both Cyclops and Sunspot, you do have some sort of scaling. Dude, a Cosmo, dude, please. I don't have priority though, probably, right? Close, 7-3. Hulk, but he feels late, right? He feels late. Yeah, I don't think this ever beats Shou-Lao, unfortunately. Man, I jinxed it. I said we were gonna go 8-0 and lose our last 2 games, and that's exactly what's happening. Because Abomination doesn't help you gain priorities, so we never have a Cosmo top deck hit. Even if we did, I don't think we'd have the power to make it worth it, right? It just would be too small. This has been a great Lockheed for them. This is like the day 1 Shou-Lao deck I built. Maybe not exactly, but similar. Like I had Lockheed, Athena. It was more the like play 2 cards kind of idea. Most of them have kind of moved on from that path. So really interesting to see. Oh, they did kind of lock in on that Scarlet Spider clone a little bit, where I know it's not mid. Like they didn't have to hit it this turn. Can a Hulk flip left and hold mid? We're down. No, a Hulk's only gonna go 18. Sunspot's gonna gain another 1, so we're gaining 19 points. That's actually a tie, but you have to assume Athena gets buffed. Yeah, a little bit of a late snap here from the opponent, probably. So yeah, unfortunately, we have to hightail it here. It's close. We're not too crazy out of range left, but you know, mid's also exposed, and we are a little out of range left, especially if they just, you know, I'd put 2 cards here. They know right's totally safe, so just put both your cards here. Screw mid. Hulk's never going to be quite big enough there to recover that. So, okay, there's the 10-game run. I really did jinx it, but still an insane 80% win rate. Also up 17 cubes, man, which is, I mean, nuts. It's 1.7 cubes average per game. And we really didn't do anything crazy or special here, right? Just regular old high Evo stuff. It really did feel like a crazy powerful deck. It maybe can't quite match Shou-Lao stuff as we see some of the really crazy high power decks, but everything else, I think it's just consistent enough and can compete almost at that level, which gets it a ton of wins, as you saw.